before I get to this video, I just want to say a couple of things. One is a mega spoiler review, just saying. So don't bitch about in the comments, please. Another thing, I'm gonna have to put a weird filter or effect on a movie so I don't get fucked over by Warner Brothers. I don't want to risk getting my video taken down, so this took a lot of effort out of me. And I don't feel like getting blocked today, so yeah. Enjoy.
Now, I was never expecting to make a movie review, especially on this movie. I thought it was gonna be a fun movie that lived up to the great trailers and, the popular series that's based on. I'm not a critic myself, well, at least sometimes. Here's a quick hot take for any of you people. Critics can't really see eye to eye with the regular moviegoer who just want to see a movie. It's like the new Fast and Furious movie. It's fun to watch, but looking at it more, we'll start to show some flaws. This new Matrix movie sucks to watch from both perspectives. My family was so hyped to watch this movie, and out of the 5, I was the last one remaining for the whole movie, because all of them left or slept during the movie. However, before I get into my review, I'm just saying that even after rewatching it again, which was a pain, I still don't get the plot as much as other people do, so please take my opinions with a grain of salt. This movie is fucking confusing. I don't get what happens with the character's motives besides Neo, and his fucking stupid. After the third movie, the bad guy's evil plan was to trick Neo into thinking of a false reality, and in the same reality he makes video games, and one of them is a Matrix game. However, for some reason that I don't get somehow, the game becomes real and tries to bring Neo back into the Matrix because I don't really know. Everyone wants to see him because he's a myth in their world, or a legend. And the rest of that is just boring. He just finding his groove back into the Matrix, training, yada 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 yada. But Neo doesn't want to be in the Matrix though. Like, he wants to go back to his other life. And it's not because of the brainwashing shit that he wants to go back. It's because he wants to talk or to be with Trinity. The whole movie, I kid you not, is Neo trying to fucking be with Trinity. All because she was his only friend. So after Neo escapes from the red moisty thingy, he gets plugged into this thing where they can go into other minds, the Matrix or whatever, I don't know. They go into a warehouse thingy and try to fight. Before that can happen though, the bad guy says that he wants to kill him because if he doesn't die, then all the lives will be shitty. Because apparently when Neo was in the Matrix, lots of lives were fucked because of it. I don't know how. And they fight, pow, 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 I don't care. After the fight, Neo says to this other chick that I didn't mention because even though she's important and almost a main character, all she did was bring him back into the Matrix to family over him with a bunch of other people. However, she gets important later, so yay? Anyways, Neo says that he wants to talk to Trinity, even though it could kill all the people that helped him into the Matrix, because after the fight, they all said they almost died. And they could really die, especially him if he talks to Trinity. But he don't give two shits, so he fucking teleport to Trinity. But it's not her, because it's another person, the bad guy, but it is. I don't know, this movie's fucking weird. So we are treated to the most annoying and boring part of the movie, where the villain explains what the Matrix is, even though he spent 3 fucking movies about it. And he explains his motives while dancing around the fact that he's gonna kill Trinity. He explains that when Neo died, he fucking reincarnated him, but couldn't bring him back to full-on Neo. And he almost quit remaking him, but somehow Trinity made it work because when he saw her, they both became reincarnated fully. All because they're fucking friends. What is the plot purpose for? And after that explanation, the bad guy almost kills her, but didn't for whatever reason. And then Neo and other people that we don't care about escape back to the plan thingy. And then Neo and other people that we don't care about escape back to the main base and then talk to an angry bitch that's not in a character at all in the first ever Matrix movie, but at this point I don't really care. Then this weird fucking robot tells Neo to come over into a random place in the Matrix to talk about a plan with a random girl. So the plan goes like this. Neo's gonna turn himself into the bad guy, but to bargain with him. The bad guy knows if Neo and Trinity go together, they can ruin his plan in remaking the Matrix or other shit. However, behind the scenes, the other crew are gonna plug Trinity into the Matrix straight out of the moisty red thingy. Neo states that if she agrees to stay, they can walk free to do whatever they want. If she doesn't and wants to go back to the fake reality after Neo died, the bad guys can kill him. So the bad guy's like, sure, why not? Long story short, she says no because of family. Neo gets ambushed and almost fucking dies until randomly Trinity says, nah, fuck family. And she wants to go back and say yes. But the bad guy stops time fucking again and then says, yeah, you big thing. It says you actually doesn't let you walk free. However, this is where the plot for me starts to stop making sense. Another version of the bad guy, I don't know, comes and stop the bad guy from killing Trinity. More shitty action, yeah, and the faker sorta kills the bad guy. However, it wasn't, and the fake bad guy was a fucking random person. So the whole thing was a simulation and trap, and they fight again. This movie, I can't, I swear. Then the weirdest scene of the movie starts. She rides a motorcycle and Nia gets on the back and knows the get the fuck back move from everybody, because everyone's trying to fucking kill them for, I don't know, mind control. While this is happening, the characters that we still don't care about start to get ambushed and almost fucking die again. Back to the duo though, still fucking riding their motorcycle. The bad guy starts to mind control people to suicide off their buildings to fall on top of them. What the fuck? I'm not kidding you, this makes no sense. And they do that move for so fucking long. The other side characters live, of course, but we don't care about their cheering and sobbing that they made it all alive because we don't care about them. And then the duo get on top of a roof, swap spit with each other, more moving bullet thingies, and then fall off a building and they float. After that, the duo cut to the bad guy and kick his ass for a bit. And then the duo said that they're gonna recreate the Matrix, which was never the intention of either of them, but I digress. And the bad guy said that you can't because the people who live in the Matrix like what he did with the Matrix. But then they said, I don't give a fuck. And the bad guy doesn't care at all. In the end, they say that you give them a second chance to recreate the Matrix, and then they fly away together. That bad guy doesn't even say no or try to stop them. He just sits in his chair and fucking accepts it. Why was he so pushy through the entire plot, but then when he got beat up for it, he just stop. By the way, I don't want to tear into this movie up for a bit. Biggest problem I have with this, it is directing. The directing is so by the books, and that would be a bad thing per se if the Matrix wasn't like that. The original was so good because it changed things. It had amazing directing and, you know, changed lots of things to make it so original. This movie shits the bed hard with its directing style. For some reason, in this movie, there's so much fucking slow motion. And speaking of slow motion, actually, the parts where the bad guy stops time, the effects on the bodies are fucking horrendous. I literally hate those. And sometimes, like, when they're trippy effect, they're fucking shaking slow motions. And it reminds me of Friday vs. Jason. That's not a good thing. The only good shot is when fake Morpheus gets folded and then when they start flying at the end of the movie. Another problem is the concept of the Matrix. This movie, for the majority of the runtime, explains the Matrix, even though there's 3 other way better movies about the Matrix. And the concept in the new movie is ass. They lean in way too much on Neo learning about the flying and the fucking force power. They hype this powers up so much that it's the only thing that Neo does for the rest of the final act. They hype it up so much throughout the whole movie, like everyone not shut the fuck up about it. They make it seem so like those powers are the Matrix, which is not at all. Those powers isn't the Matrix because, in my opinion, the Matrix is an otherworldly reality with groundbreaking shit, not fucking shitty fight scenes and floating. Speaking of fucking floating, Neo doesn't even fucking float for the first time. Trinity does it. Also, like I said, the movie is fucking boring because there are little to no jokes. I'm not kidding you. If you want to watch the movie yourself for some reason, you will see that there are little to no jokes because the script literally has no jokes. Like, I'm not making fun of the jokes because even though there are some jokes and they're pretty shit, there are barely any jokes in this movie. Yeah, I'm done. I hope you get my point. I'm done watching this movie for the rest of my life. I don't feel like giving this a score. So for this movie, I'll give it a fuck off. My expectations way too high for this movie. Don't watch it, please. It's fucking stupid. Also, before I go, I actually have a sponsor. Surprisingly, yes. The sponsor today is NordVPN. Okay, I'm lying. It's not. I'm sorry. The sponsor is actually a Discord server called Cool Kids. I did not name, by the way, and I was cringe, but either way, I don't care. Please join it. There's 3 things. We're re-renovating it. Cool Kids is the little thing, like a Discord server. It's not my personal Discord server. I'm making that later. But I'm actually the owner of this server somewhat, and we're doing this thing. So please join it. I beg of you. Thanks.